Hi, Rusty again. Excuse me. Day 4, May the 3rd, 1980. Before we go into that and the siege, just like to mention once again, thank you for everybody that's subscribing, and the books will be delivered 5th or 6th of May with the date 5/5/20 on there. So that's the 40th anniversary, you probably know. So there's 2 days left. I've got 18 of one books, I think it's 12 of the other, 13 of the other, something like that. And I've got about 40 prints, 30 prints, something like that as well. You want them? They go out with the dates on. I won't be doing that for people on the sly. People who buy them, get them, look back in time and say, mine is dated that date. That's what I do. And I hope that the people who get them really enjoy them. I've got one over there, which I've shown before. That's mine. I've taken it off the wall and it will come on display tomorrow. If there's any left, it'd be great. But I will get them off shortly. My website, where you can buy them as well, rusty-firmin.org/shop. So the promo side of it is there, it's coming up. Tuesday is the day. All the stuff I've done lately, the interviews, everything I've done, one after another, is a crescendo to what's coming shortly. So tomorrow, yes, I've got a couple of more interviews for newspapers and TV, radio, and of course on Tuesday I have Good Morning Britain with Piers Morgan, along with my fellow friend Max Vernon, the head negotiator on the day way back, May the 5th, 1980. What a story he has. And we do talks together. So that should be a reasonable day for those who love it. Later on, of course, at 5 o'clock that night, and with Brad Burton and the rest of them, we're going to do a viewing of my sort of life leading up, and then the siege, major part, towards the end of what I did in the SAS, and then questions and answers. If you get a chance, get on there and have a look. And it's on the Facebook page, and also it is on my YouTube channel, Rusty Firmin, SAS TV. It's free, so feel free to have a look and share it. 2,500 subscribers in a couple of months, unbelievable. But they're not decreasing, they're actually increasing. Shit, I've got to keep up with that. I'm supposed to be arrested at my age. I'm not allowed out. Is that a face of concern? I don't think so. I will do exactly what I want to do. 27 years fighting for this country. The stay-at-home bit and all the rest of it, in the meantime, I do hands up. Oh, no gloves. Hands up anyway. I do that and I respect that. But I'm not the fittest guy in the world. I'm not the weakest guy in the world. But if something's going to happen to me, I'd like to have a decent life when I do it. because I think I deserve it. No more, no less, along with a lot of other people. So it's okay going one way in politics, going the other way. I don't want to touch politics. Day 4. Okay, back to the embassy. Here we are, day 4. Trevor Locke in charge. All the kit. And he has a Smith & Wesson revolver on him. In my opinion, Trevor Locke did exactly what I think I possibly might have done. Have the weapon, but don't risk anybody's lives to be a hero. Doesn't work, never did work. So that's what I would say. I believe what he did was right. And of course the police are trained different to the SAS. They're a little bit more, not as aggressive. I'm trying to think of words. Our job is to put the resolution in, if it has to come to that, and save the hostages. Inside the embassy that day, day 4, it wasn't going well for the terrorists. They'd been promised this, promised that, didn't work out. Tough luck. Maggie was in charge. And I've been asked today twice what I think if it was today. The answer is, I have no idea. But the fact is, the guys in the SAS are the same. We were there to support the Metropolitan Police, who were doing a great job. Salim, the leader, weak as shit. Faisal, the guy that I ended up banjoing him on the last day. Tall, big, rough. So what? The I will kill a hostage if we don't get our way. Okay. In those days, there wasn't any social media. So apart from what was the BBC and ITV, I think between them, they screwed up everything. But it doesn't make any difference because if you want to kill a hostage, there's got to be high drama. At the moment, they haven't done anything wrong, apart from take over. Once they've taken over, not a good idea, because they're being watched. And a true Prime Minister. Throughout the day, the SAS were on high alert. It wasn't the most exciting day, I can tell you that, of the siege. But what I can say is it was a good day. And the reasons for that are the terrorists set out their final definitive message. Don't kid their group and pretend and pretend and pretend. They wanted 3 ambassadors, the Algerian, Jordanian and Iraqi. They wanted them to be involved. That was it. World Service that night, BBC World Service. Okay, it wasn't meant to be on there, so they thought they were watching World Service, but if it's come out on BBC 2 or something, they would never have seen it and may well have killed the hostage. But in fact, they did see it and were happy. Everybody then went down. At that stage, we went round the corner just in case, and then we would have been ready to go. That's red and blue team. That didn't happen either. But the fact is, that's it. The SAS then, we've talked about, we have to talk about the hostages and stuff to make a story. But the SAS, us, are doing other stuff. 11 o'clock at night, we go out, Snapper and the lads, Soldier Ride that is, by the way, Pete Winner, whatever you want to call him, and they do a recce on the roof. They find a window that's open, a skylight, not open, but soon to be open because they peel the lead back, and then find that the window comes out, and if you want, guaranteed entry to go and save the hostages. The other plan was, let's take silenced weapons and duff the terrorists. They'll never know. Actually, that would have been murder. That was binned quite quickly. Anybody who's seen 6 Days, the film, yeah, it was considered. And possibly in the old days it would have worked, but even in my day, it wouldn't have worked. That was called the silent option. They wouldn't have known, and we'd have walked out with the hostages. But back to the holding area. We had guaranteed entry, and Roy and the lads went back and explained to the boss, this is guaranteed. However, what was underneath there, on the roof level, we don't know, or didn't know at the time. So the plan goes on. We had an IA originally, immediate action if something happened. Now we have a lot of information, intelligence and stuff to start making a deliberate plan. And a deliberate plan is something that is planned and prepared and is likely to work. That's what we did. So, red and blue teams throughout the day, backwards and forwards. Now we're together. There wasn't much sleep being taken. Nobody wanted time off. And it's backwards and forwards where when we got there, we planned what ifs. What if this? What if that? What if this? What if that? That's what we did. We didn't go in there and say, right, this is what we're going to do and it's going to work. You have to have a backup plan if it doesn't work. That's what we did. The Pioneer Corps in those days, the great Irish lads we had, their job was to build mock-ups in the gymnasium at Regent's Park Barracks of the rooms we wanted, with which way the door opened, made from hessian and wood. And let's be honest, we could then walk in, walk out, thinking, yeah, I know if something got, you know, it's all what I always call planning and preparation. Do nothing, receive nothing. Do something and receive an award. The award was we rescued the hostages and everybody played a part, teamwork to the highest level. And I was speaking on this, and actually people of this day and age are not interested, a lot of them. But if you've got a team that pulls together, chances are it works. You get bits and pieces, not even I'm interested in that. So the Pioneer Corps were building up this. We could walk in there, train, go left and right, do what we want to do. As you see in the film 6 Days, yes, that's what we did. Actually, Jamie Bell isn't as good looking as me, and he knows that. Well, actually, he told me that after I beat him up. But that aside, it's not fun. It was a job, a day job, which we did. Enjoyable. Eventually, we came down. I spoke to John McAleese, Jerry Mink, and a few of the other guys, Roy. It came down that we'd probably do 3 options, and the one was an assault on the stronghold. So, red and blue teams throughout the day, backwards and forwards. Now we're together. There wasn't much sleep being taken. Nobody wanted time off. And it's backwards and forwards where when we got there, we planned what ifs. What if this? What if that? What if this? What if that? That's what we did. We didn't go in there and say, right, this is what we're going to do and it's going to work. You have to have a backup plan if it doesn't work. That's what we did. The Pioneer Corps in those days, the great Irish lads we had, their job was to build mock-ups in the gymnasium at Regent's Park Barracks of the rooms we wanted, with which way the door opened, made from hessian and wood. And let's be honest, we could then walk in, walk out, thinking, yeah, I know if something got, you know, it's all what I always call planning and preparation. Do nothing, receive nothing. Do something and receive an award. The award was, we rescued the hostages and everybody played a part, teamwork to the highest level. I know I'm speaking on this, and actually people of this day and age are not interested, a lot of them. But if you've got a team that pulls together, chances are it works. You get bits and pieces, not even I'm interested in that. So the Pioneer Corps were building up this, we could walk in there, train, go left and right, do what we want to do, as you see in the film 6 Days. Yes, that's what we did. Actually, Jamie Bell isn't as good looking as me, and he knows that. Well, actually, he told me that after I beat him up. But that aside, it's not fun. It was a job, a day job, which we did. Enjoyable. Eventually, we came down, I spoke to John McAleese, Jerry Mink, and a few of the other guys, Roy. It came down that we'd probably do 3 options, and the one was an assault on the stronghold, which I'll come on to later, an open air option, which means, sorry, the stronghold, by the way, is where the terrorists are holding the hostages. However, the open air option is, let's say they wanted to go to an airport. So we get the coaches up there for them. Somewhere down the line, they've got to come out the embassy to get on a coach. Maybe the snipers could wipe out some of the terrorists. Us, the assault team, go and clear up and rescue the hostages. That's how it works. Done. So that's 2 of them. The other one was an in-between both. So from what I've said, I think you understand that there was an in-between both. We favoured probably the open air option. Get them out. We didn't know what was in there. We didn't know if there was booby traps. We didn't know exactly what they had. We didn't know who was helping them. No idea. So why not get them out onto our patch? Then destroy them. So, no problem. That was our preferred option, was the open air option, which I've just talked about. Then we went on to the training with the coach, seen it on 6 days, how to best assault the coach to get the best results. The fact is that as we did it, we got the timings down quickly. You can't get 1 million people on the coach if it's full of terrorists and hostages. But what you can do is, and I was first man in, by the way, that's in my book, Go, Go, Go. No question. I was the first man in on a coach if it was going to happen. Once you got through the door, the driver, one of our guys, jump out the bus. We go through the bus looking for the terrorists and the hostages to try and get them out. and then whatever happens, happens. So there are certain ways of doing it. You don't want to be taking it from both sides at the same time. You probably end up wiping off your own guys out because of the crossfire effect. But all the time we were there, I'll say this again, prior planning and preparation prevent piss poor performance. 7 P's. And for those of you in management, think about it. Military, we're different. But actually, the SAS are different again. Everything we could do over that period of time we did to try on day 4 to move forward for the next 2 days, which we didn't know. Could have been 10 days. But all the time, there wasn't any time lost in what we were doing. I can tell you that. Everything was done with a purpose. One mission, rescue the hostages. And that went on from day 1. So, once again, there's my book, Go, 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 Definitive Story. Jamie Bell on the front cover, plays Rusty Firmin in the film. Not a big deal, but I thought I'd show you to get rid of the books I've got left. This one, I haven't shown too much. The regiment, 15 years in the SAS. My story. There's also the print, which I'll bring out later, and I hope you enjoy it. Who dares wins.